Hey guys, Billy checking back in with you with another video. This time it is a VCLT package from, actually two different packages that I've already opened because the guys already told me to open them, and plus I knew it was going to be a while before I made a video. But two separate VCLT packages from Brian, DJ Legion, and Bill. Brother Bill Helmet Digy, Gosler Ollendorf. I think he's changed his name again. I think it might be back to like Diggy Smalls or something like that. You know, Diggy Diggy Die, Diggy Diggy Doe. Who knows what the hell it is? But y'all know Bill, y'all know Brian, DJ Legion. Anyway. It's been so long since I made a video, and Bill was like, screw it, man, don't make a video. He sent me a text, hey, Thrust. I love it. He sends me a text, Thrust, yo, Thrust, your package is on the way. And so when it showed up, I told him it was here, I'll make a video soon. He's like, yeah, dude, don't worry about making a video, man, just, you know, crack it open, whatever. And Brian kind of felt the same way, so I knew, like I said, I knew it was going to be a while. So I cracked these open. I apologize. Normally I like to break these open and let you guys see what these fucking lights, man, they keep going off and on. I don't know what's up. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Anyhow, back where we were. That reminds me of the funniest thing I've seen in a video in a long time. I was watching one of John's videos, SMF Captain Howdy, and his focus kept going in and out, and he's like, what with this fucking focus, you know? And it was so hilarious. Like I said, man, I try to minimize the cursing, but it's just the way it is sometimes. Look at that shit. Look at that. I wonder if that's power going off, and you know, yeah, it's got to be the power going off. How about that? I'm gonna leave this in there just so just so you guys can see the dumb shit I deal with. Anyway, I'm gonna pause and come back. All right, the power is back. I don't even remember what I was talking about, but had to have been something about you know, Brian or Bill. Anyway, Bill had sent me a package, said, you know, don't worry about showing it. I figured Brian felt the same way, so I had some time, went ahead and opened them up. Brian had given me a little bit of a heads up as to what was going to be. I knew what was going to be in there as far as one record. He had asked if I had this Hank Williams Jr. Wild Streak, which of course I have, but he said it's a minty copy, sealed with hype sticker, and I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take it. Like I said, while it's not one of Hank's better records, it still has If the South Would Have Won, and yeah, If the South Would Have Won and Tuesday's Gone. You know, on a Leonard Skinner cover, but those were the really two only songs that, if you weren't a die-hard Hank Jr. fan, you would be aware of. But still great to have, and I appreciate the hell out of this, Brian. It's a beautiful copy. I'm going to probably open, but leave the shrink with the hype on there, because the copy that I have is not anywhere near this nice. But thank you. Inside that package as well, in addition to the Hank Jr., Brian obviously knows me well. He's watched my videos apparently, or he just got super lucky. But also there was a minty sealed copy of Randy Travis, Always and Forever, which is one of my all-time favorites. I mean, right up there with Storms of Life. As far as this is a follow-up to Storms of Life, and this is just a great record. And man, these corners are so sharp they'll cut you. This has Too Gone Too Long, My House, Good Intentions, What Do You Do About Me, I Won't Need You Anymore, Forever and Ever Amen, which everybody knows, even if you're not a fan of country music. Forever and Ever Amen. I Told You So, Anything, The Truth Is Lying Next to You, and Tonight We're Gonna Tear Down the Walls. Just a brilliant record. I love this, and thank you so much for that, Brian. This one I'm going to keep sealed, because I have several copies of this record, but I do not have a sealed copy of this record. So thank you very much for that, dude. It was awesome. You know, you didn't have to do that. Like I said, with the Waylon Jennings that I sent out to you, the record store, Waylon Jennings, I was very fortunate to have had a friend that knew a friend that had some of those records. It was just luck, sheer luck. And like I said, I was very happy to pass that along to you and Steve and you know, another friend that I shared one with. I ended up with 4 in total. I kept one, gave one to you, gave one to Steve, and gave another one to another friend, because that's what we do. So I'm so glad that you dug that. I hope you continue to enjoy it, and thanks again, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's move on to the package from Bill, from Digy. Digy had told me that you know, my Thorns turntable has kind of been out of commission for a little while because I've been kind of number one, I've just been extremely busy, and I'm in the middle of a remodel. Not really the middle. I'm kind of still at the beginning of a remodel of my listening room, because I've been so busy with work. You know, not just the Cardinals gig, but the my normal work, which I own my own photo studio, and we do youth sports and seniors, and it's, you know, springtime. The spring sports and fall sports are typically the two times of the year where I'm just covered up, just like crazy, you know, with youth sports, and then throw that Cardinals gig in the middle of it, and sometimes it can be hectic. I don't know which way I'm coming or going, but so that's kind of the delay on the music room. So my Thorns turntable's been out of commission for quite some time. I burned through my my last cartridge and stylus about 6 or 7 months ahead of schedule, just because I was playing so much music last winter. I was down here working. You know, that is one of the joys and conveniences of working from home. I'm able to enjoy my collection while I work. So I know a lot of you guys probably wish you could do that. So I'm very grateful that I'm able to do that. But the bad thing is I burn through stylus like nobody's business. So I was talking with Bill, you know, and even old buddy Chris Farley had sent over a couple stylus. I put one of those on my daughter's turntable, and I am going to probably put the other one on the old Pioneer that I have, that I'm kind of using. I've got a couple old Pioneers, but it's about ready to need a change. So I really appreciate that. But Bill had said, we were talking about an Ortophone, a couple different styluses, or cartridges, I should say. Styli. There is no such thing as styluses. Styli and cartridges. And Bill had said he had a couple of these. Shure MX, what are they? M97XE, and he said he really loved them, and that I should give it a try. And so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. You know, it's a $100 cartridge. Usually, I mean, you can find them maybe a little cheaper than that, maybe a little more expensive depending on where you get them. But he said, you know what? I've got a couple of those. I'll send you one to get, you know, see if you like it. So that's been a long time ago. We had kind of talked, and so I kind of knew he was gonna possibly throw that in there. So I'm gonna give that a try. And I asked him too. I was like, hey, what's the deal on this? I'm trying this out? And he's like, no, that's yours. So Bill, thank you very much. I haven't had a chance to, this is going on the Thorns, and it'll probably be in the next week or so when I get that on the Thorns, when I get everything set back up, and I'll let you know what I think. But dude, I greatly appreciate it. So that was killer, awesome. And then it wouldn't be a Bill package without this. And you know, Bill has sent me a couple packages in the past, and I've never been let down by opening a package from Bill, because there's always super cool stuff in there. He sends great stuff. But I've always, knowing Bill, if you've watched his videos, you know how big of an Elliott Smith fan he is. And I had straight up told him, I'm like, I really like to get into his stuff, but I'm gonna wait. You know, you tell me what to get. And he's like, I'll send you something. And I think he picked something up and forgot to send it in the last package. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me here. So anyway, I opened it up, and there's Elliott Smith Roman candle. Like I said, I knew nothing of Elliott Smith other than what Bill had said in his videos and how he had talked about him. I did listen to a few things on YouTube. He sent me a couple links that he covered a Hank Williams Jr. song. I can't even remember which song it was at this point. All My Rowdy Friends Have Settled Down. And you know, Elliott Smith, I gave this a listen more than one time through. And I told Bill, it's hard to really put into words, because it's not that it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It's very depressing. The songs are pretty down. I mean, if you want to get put in a downer mood, man, put on some Elliott Smith. And Bill says, of course, not all his stuff is that way, but this particular record was very down. The dude was going through some stuff when he put this record out. And then he has a lot of you can sense a lot of pain and trouble and sorrow in his vocal delivery as well. I really did dig it. I couldn't say really, I don't have a favorite, because they all pretty much sounded the same to me. I don't know, maybe Last Call, maybe Roman Candle. It was either track 1 or 2, which would be Roman Candle, or I can't even read what this track 2 says on there, that writing. No idea, but I gotta say, this Bill, I'm not sure if you have this. I'm sure you do, but I was like, dude, this the vinyl is sick. I don't know if you guys can see that there, but look, check out the splatter on there. And I'm not usually a fan of colored vinyl, but isn't that sick? That is disgustingly cool. And it's a nice, thick 180 gram pressing on gold and black splattered vinyl. But that's Elliott Smith Roman Candle, and it's a Newberry Comics exclusive too, if that means anything. But dude, I appreciate it. I definitely want to get into more of his stuff. So I'm waiting on Bill to kind of lead me in the right direction here. I did, if you guys saw my Father's Day video, the wife and I went to Euclid Records in St. Louis, and I ain't shitting, they had a big stack of Elliott Smith records in there, but like I said, I didn't know which way to go, and I wasn't going to just blind buy something, so I'm definitely going to get into more. So thank you for that, Bill. I find it cool that my first Elliott Smith record was sent to me by you, buddy. I appreciate that. Then Bill had asked what there were a few things, well, a lot of things actually in my want list that I've just been trying to get for quite some time, and this was one of them. He sent me a gorgeous copy of Motley Crue, Girls, Girls, Girls. Great, awesome, awesome, man. I appreciate that. You know I do. And then, so I knew that one was coming because we worked out a trade or something for, hell, I can't even remember what it was. Maybe it was a Sex Pistols record or something. Black Flag or Sex Pistols or something. Anyway, awesome. I dig it, man. And then he must have been digging through my want list and saw that the Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. Of course, we got the jacket here. There's the guys. Back of the jacket. But yeah, Twisted Sister, You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. That was the last one that I needed for my Twisted Sister catalog there. So that is much appreciated, Bill. Thank you, dude. And then he sent me a stack of this is all the rest of the stuff here. Can't really see it there, but some killer country stuff. I know he had Andy had posted a video. Bill sent Andy and I a text probably. It's been a few weeks back. I was actually on a shoot, and my wife had the phone because she runs the credit card through the phone. And motherfuck, that fucking power went out again. Ain't this a bitch? So the power's been out for like an hour, and it just came back on. So I'm trying to remember where I was. I'm going to finish this real quick before the power goes out again. I think my wife was on the phone, using the phone for the credit cards and processing and things like that. And Bill Diggy sent over a text about some country records or something, and there was a Waylon Jennings record in there, and it says, "Hey, do you want this?" And she came over and stopped me while I was working and said, "Hey, just came through. What do you think?" And I'm like, "Tell him yes." So anyway, Diggy sent a bunch of country records over that Andy got some, I got some. But here's some good stuff here. Some Johnny Paycheck, Greatest Hits, killer. This is I think he had sent me a picture of this a long time ago. Waylon Jennings, Back on Black. Love the embossed flying silver eagle logo there. This is the one he sent in the picture text that my wife intercepted. Beautiful sealed copy of Waylon. It's only rock and roll. Awesome. Thank you, Dig. $1. Probably didn't get it for $1, but it's killer. If you got it for $1, that's even more killer. Loretta Lynn's Greatest Hits Volume 2. A sealed copy of Tom T. Hall's Greatest Hits. Awesome storytelling in there. Here's another Tom T. Hall. Country Is. Andy, I know you've probably got a lot of this stuff, so I'm sure you dig it too. But here's a very cool one, Jessie Coulter. Man, what a beautiful lady, great voice. Waylon Jennings' wife, Shooter's mom. But check out how hot she is. She's still a looker. Even I don't know. She's probably like 70 years old and still hot. Anyway, Dig sent that stuff over. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for that, Bill. So I want to finish this up before the power goes out again. But Bill, thank you for that. Brian, thank you for your stuff as well. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Until next time, take care. Peace.